I'm just shooting money shots into the basket. Memorial Day, we had the flag at half mast. I asked my aunt from Minnesota, why do we have flags at half mast? And then I asked my cousins from McFarland the same thing. McFarland was Wisconsin. Who run it? Who run it? Who won it? Who run it? Excuse my nomenclature. Actually, that was dialogue. This is filler. Why have flags at half mast? Memorial Day. We had this white sign you see to the. That's what they do on YouTube. They point. They had this white sign. You see the arrow pointing down? This flag, if it's at half mast, was reflecting, and it had a big reflection off there with that white sign because, and I'm just shooting money balls into the basket, and virtual reality has something to do with holographics. They go hand in hand, like two peas in a pod. Holographics and virtual reality. If you don't know how to construct either of these, this is with what coding is. And the first time I didn't want to code, I didn't know how to, and I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. They said the easiest program is called Hello World and just add in some text. Shooting nature. The bird left before I could zoom in on it. So pan out. Is what it is. It's like the divide from white collar to blue collar. If you don't know coding, this is what office jobs circumference around, unless you're a dentist. And in dental work, it's the perfect divide, actually, and so is forensics. Of, I know this because the high school I'm going to, it's so funny if you see the we're going off script as if we have one. The people in your class of the high school that you go to, I've worked with in blue collar jobs, people who were above me in higher classes and currently with me. They haven't graduated yet in the same class of 2024, which is already lit, of the high school I went to inside the town that I'm in. If you see the governor that is inside of the town that you live in, you can ask the governor, the perfect icebreaker. Governor Evers, what are you doing in Grafton? Fill in the blank with the name of your governor and the town that you live in. And this is great filler. No, but these two people who I work with in, and it's so funny, everyone other than this one guy who had Hawaiian shorts, I've talked to at my blue collar job, which I've had for 8 years total, probably 7. But I went to college and got my associate's degree. I came back and I got the same blue collar job. I've only talked to 2 females, and they've told me that they're both from Grafton. Excellent. The same high school I went to. I'm on your path because I got hired at the same blue collar job when I was in high school. So the alumni to them and me is meaning something. They're going to go into forensics and dental work. These are the 2 jobs that make the perfect diagonal of what blue collar is to white collar. So also I would add in is firemen and policemen. The divide between white and blue collar. Would it end humanity with what coding is between virtual and holographic? Tune in and we're about to find out exactly what I'm speaking on. Nomenclature and dialogue. We're just shooting money balls at the basket. 2024, we're lit. I'm going to have an icebreaker and it tells one of these females who were in a high school I graduated from, underneath your teeth, I mean your gums, at the roof of your mouth, is this area that doctors cut into. And this reminds me of what mummification is. They taught us this in grade school. I did a report on it. They told me I could, but they told me anyways. In Egypt, they did mummification, and they ripped bodies apart and took out organs with hooks going through their noses into their brain, and they shoved their brain out their nose. This would raise brows in any age, but specifically, I was in New England, and this is what they were pushing for me to know. This aside from what dental tools are, because they use dental tools to do this in Egypt, those scrapers with the hooks. But no, seriously, if you're going to go into the roof of your mouth, I heard for grafting gums, you don't want to buy grafting gums from things that aren't yours, meaning animals or humans. Excuse me. Grafting, you can use things that are yours from your body where they cut something off from your body and put it where you want to get it grafted. Or you can pay to have a foreign thing grafted. A foreign thing grafted can be from an animal or a human. On your license at the DMV, you put if you're an organ donor. And if you are one, I imagine this is what you're grafting. And in Planned Parenthood, they sacrifice fetuses to have gasoline overseas in Europe. This is what I heard, and please fact check me, because what happens to these fetuses, they play with them in dishpans in abortions. And if this is controversial, I know it is, because I've seen video evidence of doctors dancing fetuses in these piss pans that they have in surgical equipment. They're called like pans, and it's equivalent to what in kitchens are just plain hot pans that you would have in the steam table in the buffet. And the doctors were playing with fetuses in one. So I know Planned Parenthood uses these things as excrement, aka we're getting super offensive. Not fecal matter. There's my dog. I had a veterinarian ask for a sample of his fecal matter to tell if he has worms. So we had to collect his dung inside of a tube. But more importantly, fetuses inside of not a cake pan. And this is not what I want to ask a female who is not yet graduated because I'm an alumni from the same town. What a tangent. They shove the roof of your mouth. If you have grafting with your own skin cells, and when I say skin, I mean like your organs also, the lining of them. Is that your skin? If it's inside your body, that's a huge divide. One that can capitalize on of what